Hello. Howdy, everyone. Um, just gonna get back into more Slay the Spire, the original again. I think the last time we got through one run with the Ironclad, unlocked the Silent, and we're halfway through that run right now, so yeah, I think we're gonna just continue where we left off. Alright, so we're on level 38 right now, so, or room 38, I guess. We're going for shivs and poison as much as possible. And we're doing all right. So let's keep it rolling. Hope everybody's doing all right. So my first week back to work after being on leave for a while, so it's been a bit of a long week for me, but we're getting through it. We're almost at the end. Alright, let's see what we want to do here. Gain energy next turn. There's not really much of a chance that we don't take damage here. Let's do that. I guess I could have played two cards there and taken one less damage, but it is what it is. That's okay. Alright. We're gonna start the poison because it's helpful against these guys that truly are a nuisance. They have something called lifelink, so if the other enemies are alive after 2 turns after they're knocked out or brought to 0 HP, they'll revive at half health, which of course is not ideal. Perfect. No damage. And we dealt pretty good damage to them, so we'll whittle this guy down a little bit. Let's cause him some terror. What's in our discard pile? Could bring back one of these blade. Yeah, let's do that. We'll take the Liquid Memories, which just gives us a card out of our discard pile and makes it cost 0. So I'll do that for the Blade Dance. Just that way we get this free potion, which is a duplication, which is awesome. It means that the next card that we play is played twice, so we'll hang on to that for sure. 7 poison, we'll apply that to you. Strike on you. Let's see. Bring him down to be knocked out, and then there. I keep saying knocked out, I've been playing Pokemon lately. So I keep thinking of how they faint. Alright. Yeah, you knock them out. Pretty easy, that'll finish the fight. There. Not much damage taken, which is great. And we'll just take that. And then I think we'll go... We don't really have any gold, so we'll go this route. Or any money, I guess. It's just called money. Don't have to call it gold. So we'll just earn a little bit of money. This guy changes his intent, yeah, when he receives attack damage. So what we'll do is we'll add more weak, that's perfect. And then this might be not the right play because he might do a ton of damage, but yeah, that's okay. One damage, we'll take that. Envenom, super handy. We'll do dagger throw just to see. We'll discard that. Perfect. Pretty smooth start so far, even though we're only 2 rooms in, obviously. Yeah, might not have been the smartest play, but we'll see. We're gonna hold on to that, just because we get double damage for the next attack, so we don't want to waste it on a turn where he has a lot of block. There we go. I'll just do that. It's a bit of a waste, but we're getting there. Okay, we'll do terror. Noxious fumes there won't really matter too much, but there. Awesome. And then this attack, he's toast anyways, so perfect. Just like we drew it up. Take the energy potion over the artifact, and we'll take that card too. Getting a pretty sizable deck, which can be a bit of a, honestly, a bit of a hassle if you get too many cards in there and you have like a bunch of not leveled up cards or like strikes and defense and stuff like that. It just means that the good cards are more buried. But that's okay. We'll make do. There. Pretty good damage for the first turn. And at the end of your turn, take 10 damage. That's tough. Glad that we have the 2 after image. And it was good. We'll apply more weak, why not? And then we'll use Alchemize. And it's a smoke bomb, which is kind of useless, but oh well. Alright, what do we have? There. Kind of maximize the amount of damage that we do. Because we have the ice cream, it's kind of helpful at times to carry over the energy there. We'll get poison going. And then as many attacks as we can do. We're going to take some good damage there though. Just not great, but we will survive. Alright. And that should do it, which is great. Yeah, we'll get rid of deadly poison, that's perfect. And we're in pretty good shape to take on the elite after this room. End your turn without block, gain 6 block. We'll pretty much always have block because of the hi, Moonlight. And Koopa! Look at you! It's nice to see you guys. Slaying the Spire again. Alright, this enemy is irritating, I think. Quite irritating. Just gonna do that. And yeah, we're gonna take some damage, but we also kind of have to. And yeah, we're picking up right where we left off there, Koopa. We're like halfway through this run with the Silent when we left off last time, so yeesh. Alright, I think that's about as good as that could have gone. Just try to do the math in my head, it's tough. Alright. Let's do... We'll do Deadly Poison to the Reptomancer. Because they're who we want to take care of. I also wish math was easier for me, Moonlight. It would help me in a lot of the games that I like to play, honestly. It helped me in just in general in life, but play a lot of video games that are better suited to people who have strong math skills, and that is not me. This is going to hurt a little bit. That's okay. Noxious fumes, that's what we want. We'd also want that. Defend and take care of that enemy. Koopa, I think you've got far better math abilities than I do. I struggle to do quick math or accurate math. So alright. Let's quit fooling around here. Nine plus 10 equals 21. Alright, that's despite being weakened. That's a pretty good turn there. And we'll have her taken out on the next turn. The old flying knee and dagger throw to finish things off. Ooh, this is awesome. Whenever we play, I'll have to discard one of these. Whenever we play a power card, it reduces the cost of any random card in our hand to 0, which rocks. And I can save my energy, right? With my ice cream. Skip that. Question mark room, as always. But so yeah, this is going to be free as well, which that's awesome. We're gonna do that and that. Yeah, I'm gonna use the regen now, which should help us. This isn't gonna be a super quick, like it's not gonna be a super long combat here, but not as quick as it could have been, or as it could be. So we'll get a chance to regen all of the health that we've lost, hopefully, or as much as possible. Take that. And that. We're getting a pretty good stock of relics up there, which I'm a big fan of, so I think we're in okay shape for now. I have so many. I had a whole treasure trove up there. It's pretty great. Dagger throw. Doesn't matter what we throw away because there. Like Smaug. Ooh. I don't know about that. That guy had a fabled horde. The dwarves literally travel across all of Middle Earth to get at it. We could remove this, and that'll be fine. Gives us one extra card that we don't have to worry about in the beginning of our combat. I kind of like fighting this guy. I think he's kind of cool. That's pretty cool, Koopa. I don't know a whole lot about Magic the Gathering, but I know a whole lot about Lord of the Rings, and I appreciate any Lord of the Rings content. That's... yeah. Sometimes this game is so satisfying, and other times it's so, like, upsettingly frustrating. But right now, it's feeling more satisfying than anything. It's just the, like, when you get, like, good rolls and, like, good relics, like, we got a lot of really good ones that I'd actually, like, typically be kind of hunting down. It just, like, you can be so overpowered. It's awesome. Just a ton of poison. I don't really need the... There we go. And just the fact that, like, even with the caltrops on there as well, it's basically like the enemy's taking damage no matter what they decide to do on their turn. And that's impressive. Koopa getting to a super high level of ascension with all 4 characters takes a long time. I don't know if I did that with the version of the game that I was playing on. I know I did I got to high ascension level with this character and with the 4th character that you unlock. We're gonna get rid of that and take the other fairy in the bottle. We don't need that. We're getting up to another kind of cool boss. And the bosses in this game are very unique as well, which makes things a lot more interesting and replayable. I think they, if it's the boss, I think it was, they have minions, but they, I believe, focus mainly on debuffing me a lot. I can't remember, which is funny given that I just talked about how cool all the bosses are. I can't remember the details of this one right now, but yeah. We'll see when we get there, I guess. But I'm pretty sure they have minions. There. Easy peasy. Nah. Alright, we're healed up. Let's power up all of our powers. And let's see if I'm right. Oh, no. So this boss has multiple phases. And I don't know if we'll make it through. He gets more strength when you play a power card, which is tough because I've been focusing on picking up power cards. But we gotta use them. Let's get rid of these guys. Get rid of that. Oh, dumb. Oh well. There. Alright. Not gonna take any damage, which is great. Should be able to hopefully take care of this guy the next turn. Because if you ignore these guys and just go for him, these guys get super hard hitting, super fast. Alright. See how, I wish I had the caltrops down for that, but that's okay. And he's healing every turn, which is also less than ideal. There we go. Alright. Noxious fumes, he's gonna keep getting stronger. That's alright for now. We're gonna start piling on some poison, which is important, so... Alright, I think that's our last power, so that's as much strength as he's gonna get from us playing power cards. And he's gonna start taking some serious poison damage. Although again, I think he has 2 phases, so a little worried about that, but yeah, we'll save that. Hang on to it for the time being. Alright, so we're gonna do a whole bunch of damage here. Apply a bunch of poison as well. Almost block all the damage that he's gonna do to me, but look at that. That's the build doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, so I think once he gets taken down to 0 here, he's gonna wake up as something scary. Yeah. Growling, so. Yep. Let's see. Let's weaken him. Having the fairy in a bottle makes this a lot less scary, but definitely a tough boss. Those void cards are annoying because they take energy away from me, but because we have the ice cream, we should be doing okay. This is gonna hurt quite a bit. Yep. And think we should hopefully be able to get through this without using up the fairies, but we'll see. Perfect. 1, 2. Yeah, perfect. All right. So that out, and that should do it. Perfect. So this is our first time getting to the heart of the spire. So we're not going to be able to like get through, and I don't think we've like find the door and have to look for the keys and stuff like that until we get to the last character. And oh, awesome! This is an awesome card too. It applies poison when the enemy dies. It deals damage equal to its max HP to all enemies. So if you basically turn them into a bomb that deals a ton of damage. And we'll continue just playing. Look at that, the credits. We did it, guys. We beat the game. So we'll go through with this guy. He's got a slightly different playstyle. Yeah, Koopa, I'm kind of surprised, honestly. I feel like I'd never do this well, especially when I'm playing a game in front of an audience. I'll always take that. So the idea with this guy is he channels orbs of like that do different things. So see that he channels one lightning. Lightning at the end of each turn will do damage to our enemies, and each different type of orb has some kind of different effect at the end of each turn. Koopa, the fourth character, is kind of a wizard type thing. Has like a big long staff, and has different stances that they can take on that make them either double their attack, turn them basically into a glass cannon, or make them gain energy faster, you know, that type of thing. It doesn't really matter, we're gonna defeat that guy. I don't know why I was thinking so hard on that. Yeah, setup and payoff, definitely. I think I'm gonna take this. I like all the options here, but we'll take Streamline, just because in longer fights it pays to have a card that does a lot of damage and costs 0. Alright. I always just go until I find a relic. Every time you play 3 attacks, gain 4 block. That's awesome. In a single turn. But okay. Let's doesn't matter. It's 1 health. Loop is great. Claw is great, especially if you can get multiple. But we'll do loop. Perfect. Let's see. Oh. This guy is usually a pain, but because we got Neow's Lament, he's only got 1 health. He's not going to be a problem for us, which is great. Okay, let's see. Go with the Doom guy here, but I think we'll go with Ball Lightning. And not really any point in resting. Let's see. We'll just upgrade Loop. Channels the passive ability of our next orb 2 times, which is great at the start of our turn. Go this way so that we hit the next elite as well. We're going to be greedy, and we're going to take on a curse. $24 gold and a blood vial, which gives us passive healing, kind of like the Ironclad, which is awesome. Okay. These guys are annoying, but having these is awesome. Hopefully channel 1 lightning there, which is great. And then we're just gonna attack. Hopefully the lightning attacks this one twice, but I don't imagine it will. Yeah. That checks out. That's okay. Let's see. We'll definitely use loop. And we'll use defense so that we don't take any damage and just hope that one of these 3 hits this one. There we go. Perfect. We'll use ball lightning here and zap there. And we'll take 9 damage, but we're taking 9 damage no matter what there, pretty much. And dang. Take another 4. So we'll have to be careful a little bit moving forward just because we're getting a little low on health. And we'll do Storm. Again, I'm always drawn to the power cards just because they're most of the time they're kind of passive upgrades, so. I think we'll take Lee's Waffle here. And then we'll remove this curse from our deck. And that should put us in pretty good shape. And then go here. Should have a pretty easy time taking these guys out, but you never really know. Perfect. Sweeping Beam's pretty good. Let's grab that just because it attacks all enemies, so I'll always take a little bit of crowd control capability. Innate, whenever you play a power card, that is way more helpful than having it at the bottom of the pile. So let's take that. See what a thief, a looter. So with these guys, they engage in combat for a certain number of turns, and then they take off. Ah, Koopa, he's not going anywhere. But yeah, they steal your cash, and then they leave, and you lose whatever they've taken if you don't kill them before they go away. I'll take that. Zero cost cards again are pretty ideal. And we'll upgrade it because 2 weeks is helpful. So we're gonna go with the Guardian again here. Storm. We'll do Sweeping Beam, so why not? Zap. That was the right play. Let's see. Upgrade all the cards in your hand for the rest of combat. I don't know if we really need that, but defend. How's your week been, Koopa? Hopefully going smoothly. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. No, it's busy time of year for some folks. I should have paid more attention and used the strike, because then he wouldn't take any damage here, but that's okay. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon, made myself sound silly. Ooh, busy weekend. Hopefully a money-making weekend, though. Nice. Yeah, why not? Take a little bit of damage. That's okay. We can afford it. We'll do Zap. We're gonna take a decent amount of damage here. But again, as long as we, he's not gonna kill us, so I feel okay absorbing some damage. It's an expensive hobby there, Koopa. I'm glad that it hasn't been a ooh, electrodynamics is awesome. Well, that hasn't been a factor in my life, really. Let's grab that. Channeling plasma is helpful. Hey, that's a good call. If it can if a hobby can make you some money, then all the bonus is something that you have fun doing and it can support you in some ways, then that's huge. Let's see what path we want to take here. Doesn't seem like there's any chance that we'll be able to double up on elites unless we take this side. So let's do, we'll kind of snake up this way. The Chosen. There we go. Zap. And streamline. There. They could be annoying at like the higher ascensions because they are a little tankier than most of the standard enemies, but that wasn't too bad. Alright, we're gonna ingest the mutagens again, become a witcher. Colorful shot with the banner, Inspire. I think they called this a man with ridiculous clothing instead of a monster. Let's upgrade a card. If we update. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. Let's just do that. Didn't cost very much, so. Oh, I don't think your dad would like to hear that, Koopa. Brutal. Gain energy every 3 turns is pretty great, but let's have a dramatic entrance. Who doesn't like a little pizzazz every once in a while? Oh, perfect enemies to have it for. 2 and 3, knock them right out of the air. Looks like my dad. Alright, and we're gonna do electrodynamics. I guess that's why we upgraded it right there. It just paid for itself. Not quite, but almost. And continue upgrading, and now we'll upgrade. Let's upgrade the capacitor here and gain 3 orbs. The more orbs we get, like the more slots that we have open, the in my opinion, the better, because just means that we have the capacity to channel more lightning, which means that we get more lightning damaging enemies at the end of each turn. I think it's kind of win-win. Oops. I think let's do Panache there. Panache is super helpful if you can get it when you're the silent, because then it just means it's deal 10 damage to all enemies when you play 5 or more cards. So then if you get a turn where you get to like, you know, 2 or 3 of the Blade Storm cards and you just have a endless supply of shivs, then it's game over. Alright. Agreed, Koopa. It makes the replayability, like, it's just, like, obviously it's a roguelite, so it's meant to be replayed a ton of times, but it just makes it a lot less tedious, in my opinion. Oof. Alright, I'm gonna draw a card here. Our dramatic entrance. We're gonna definitely take some damage, but that's the way it's gotta be. Okay, what do we got? Sweeping beam. Draw 1 card. Let's defend. This guy's getting the better of me right now. Of course, the one turn where it's not attacking me is the turn where I got the card that I want him to be attacking me for. Oh well. We'll take care of business here. Let's skip for now. Frost is helpful because Frost channels block, or channeling Frost grants block at the end of the turn. Good lord. But we're gonna skip for now. Got the plasma and the lightning thing going on, so. Okay, who do we take out first here? I think we do that. Storm. Perfect. Plasma is energy, yep. And then there's another one that is void, I think. And that, like, each turn end, it'll have like a little number like this. It doubles and like gets exponentially bigger, and then when you channel it, or sorry, when you evoke it, it does that amount of damage to the enemy. So it's four different types of orb that you can channel. There. Explosive. I don't think the explosive is worth getting rid of any of our current potions, but goodness, sorry. Yawning into the mic. Okay, let's get rid of one of you. We're gonna get rid of both of you actually. It's a bit of a waste. That's okay. That's pretty classic. Yeesh. Okay. I like this little guy. Gonna take a little too much damage for my liking here. I think we're getting close to a fire. No, we're not. It's gonna be a tough road ahead. Not an impossible one, but definitely a tough one. Okay, bottled lightning is great. Let's do zap. Let's do zap. All for one. That sounds pretty great. Three Musketeers style. I'll take it. And for this one, let's drink the strength potion. We'll channel our lightning there. Storm and capacitor, dramatic entrance, and strike. It's gonna be close if we're successful, which I'm cautiously optimistic. Do that. Gain some energy for the next turn. I think we can take this guy out. There. Look at that. Nailed it. We are the best. 4 damage for each channeled orb. That could be helpful. So that's 24 damage. Channel plasma is also helpful. Let's do that. Yeah, we might be in danger here, Koopa. But you know, we'll see. We get as far as we get. Alrighty. I think we got as far as we're gonna get. Let's see here. We'll go for the eyes. Ooh, we're just gonna skirt by here. See if we can close this one out. That would be fabulous. Streamline. 12 damage there. There we go. Phew. We'll do that. Pulling a card from your discard pile seems to tear you to skip rest at the fire. I mean, it's something that I've done before, I'm sure. If it made it more spicy to watch, then I'd for sure do it, but I don't imagine that's the case. Alright, electrodynamics is gonna hopefully take care of this guy. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Probably a good call, Koopa. I think this is like the character that I've typically struggled with more than the others. If I'm being perfectly honest. The fourth character can be that's kind of cool. Let's try it. The fourth character I've definitely struggled with, but also I enjoy playing as them. I think that they can also be pretty OP. They're sort of similar to the Silent in some ways. So this is the guy that I was thinking of earlier, Koopa, that summons all the minions and debuffs and stuff like that. Awesome. Let's see here. I think that we can get past this guy. think. But we'll see. It's definitely not the easiest boss. But they rarely are easy, that's why they're bosses. Alright, let's see, he's gonna summon more minions here, so this relies on us being able to finish the fight quickly. So I'm gonna hold on to that for now. I'll hold on to it. Focus just makes the so gaining 4 focus would give us 7 damage for each of these lightning. But then we lose focus each turn, so they would gradually go down to 0, which obviously is not the most ideal. Do that. We'll just make sure that one of these guys goes down. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So yeah. There. We'll do that too. That might take this guy out too, so maybe not quite. 9, 12, yeah. Not quite, but we'll only take 1 damage, which we can live with. There are the debuffs. We'll charge our battery. And then defend. FTL. Channel a dark, because why not? And then defend again. Yes, it is a lot of debuffs, Koopa. It's real irritating. I gotta be honest. Gain the energy next turn, I'll always take that. Deal 3 damage, which is better than 0 damage. There. 4, 5. FTL. This might be curtains here. Is there anything that can save us? He's gonna deal 31 damage. We definitely don't have. I wonder if channeling lightning would save us, because it'll. I think it could. So there's no way we're getting enough block to save us there, and there's no way we can just do enough damage off the hop. This will save us though. Oh, it won't. I lied. I thought it would. 3, 6, 9, 12. I think we can only do 8 damage. Evoke your next orb 2 times. Let's try it. Alright, that'll save us. Whew, that was close. But we got him. And his cool chair. take Amplify, I guess. I don't really like any of those, but it's okay. What does that remind you of? The factory must grow. Alright, we're in the Beyond. Or we'll fight Deka and Donu, is who these bosses are called. I remember them through all the Ascension nonsense that they've put me through. And I think we're gonna go this route. We'll go for the eyes on this guy, because he's going to do the most damage. Zap, and just strike. We're going to take a ton of damage off the hop, which stinks, but it happens to me a lot, at least. We'll do electrodynamics there. Channel 1 dark. Claw here. Actually, that should finish it. So, there. Skip that. The first runs with all these characters are going way better than I thought any of them were going to go, if I'm being honest. I think that it's a bit of beginner's luck in a sense. But pleasant surprise. And yeah, you're right. That's true, Koopa. It's not there's definitely some past experience at play. 6, 9, 12, 15. So we're not going to take him out. We're going to take 9 damage, which, again, not stellar. And there. That will be that, and we will... Channeling 2 lightning every time we play a power card would be kind of cool. Let's get silly. I don't think we need to remove a card. Could remove just a plain old strike. Let's do that. And as you... Oh yeah. Started to fall, so we have to lose another card. We'll lose a defend. We'll do this up to this elite here. A little bit riskier, but could hold some reward as well. Oh. We're gonna embrace madness. I just like love the idea that we can produce a potentially very expensive card. Oh, that sucks. That was a waste. to 0 and play it for free. That's too enticing. Hopefully we get electrodynamics. We do. That's awesome. This is a... Ah. Alright, she's gonna deal 13 damage, which that might be curtains. She's gonna summon another minion here, so here's a chance to do some solid damage to her. Oh, streamline for sure. Probably would have been a good idea to use the charge battery, but I think dealing that extra 15 damage is gonna be in our best interest here. Because then we can do all for one, which is going to... maybe, I don't know. It's gonna be close. Hmm. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Not gonna be enough. I think that's gonna be curtains. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Darn. So that'll be that for this run. But that's okay. Not a bad run for the first of this character. We get some new unlocks, including this one, which rocks, but it's super expensive, so playing it is tough. And then there's the 4th character. So we'll do a run with her, and that'll probably take us to the end of my time tonight. Hello again. Alright. And I think she's just kind of inherently more challenging, like the roadmap seems less forgiving and such, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's not the case. Like follow up, because it lets you chain. And let's see, obtain a relic for 59 gold. Sure. I like that. Just free damage. We'll go to the store. I don't think we're going to be able to afford anything, but always worth it to look. Yeah. Nothing really worthwhile anyway. Didn't even have to play a card. That is awesome. I like Carve Reality because Smite is like stupid powerful. And you can retain them in your hand as well. Let's continue this way. We're also not going to have to play a card here, which is rocks. We'll take a power as well. Let's see. I think elite then camp is the kind of obvious choice. It's Lagavulin again, which is, interestingly enough, a type of whiskey that I really want to try thanks to Ron Swanson. Makes me think of that every single time. He is a great character. I gotta agree, Koopa. Alright, gonna take a little bit of damage, but we're also gonna deal damage, so play this one a little bit more safe than we've been playing the last couple runs here. Now is the time to deal some damage. I think we play the Fear Potion. Make them take as much damage as we can in this situation. Yeah. Those hurt though. Gotta say. Perfect. That enemy has the potential to just completely mess up your run. I have like lost so many times because of him. Corruption with one that is super helpful. We'll fight this slaver, which should always be the case, and we will defeat them. Just like that. This is a helpful card for when you're in Wrath. Wrath makes you take more damage than you typically would. So being kind of safeguarded against that and getting the extra block is super helpful. And now we get to start each combat with 1 strength and 1 dexterity, which is also super helpful. There. Hit hard to start the combat. It's the way that we want it to be. I kind of forgot that it's whenever you play a skill. So that was silly, but lesson learned. I think we can beat him just by doing this. Yeah. trying to big brain things, and I don't have a big brain to big brain things, so it's not a winning strategy. Alright, I think the last time we did this we got the bad face, so I think we can get the good face. Oh, we didn't. I don't know, Koopa. Sometimes. Sometimes I wonder. The character is so weak. And now frail as well. Devastating. Alright, he's gonna split apart into two that have very little health, but that should be the end. And let's see. Ooh, I do like talk to the hand. Because that can stack as well if you have more than one of the cards. And it's free block every time you attack that specific enemy. I also like sadistic nature. I don't like just realized I don't like the animation on the card, or the illustration, sorry, but I'll grab that. And hopefully we can make some of these cards innate, but we'll see. I'm gonna retain the smite just because it'll be more worthwhile to us when we're not debuffed. Sadistic nature, then we'll talk to the hand, then we'll follow up, then we'll smite. Look at that. Easy. I don't think we're gonna rest. What do we want to do though? I think maybe do talk to the hand plus. I think that's a good call. Gaining free block, dealing a little bit of extra damage. Neither of those things is a bad thing. So we'll definitely take advantage of it. Let's also let's do this. Draw some cards. Sadistic nature. Wreath of Flame, and then Carve Reality. Perfect. We're gonna take a little bit of damage here, but hopefully not too many burns or anything like that. No burns, that's good. We'll do talk to the hand, and like water. There. This would be super powerful with the shivs as well, I just realized. But I guess the Flurry of Blows is kind of the same concept as the shivs for this character. Alright. Whole lot of attacks. Perfect. Alright, we'll do... with the Flame Eruption, we're gonna draw some cards here. We'll follow up. We'll Eruption again. There. No damage. Dealt a lot of damage. That's a win if you ask me. I'm gonna take 15 here, but as long as he doesn't kill us, we're laughing. And he will not kill us. There. We'll do that. I think that's the best option there. Whenever you exit Calm, gain an additional energy. We'll do the Violet Lotus. And we're in the city. Like Joe Walsh and the Eagles. I think we're gonna take this path up here. Give ourselves as much of a chance to gain some relics and fight some elites as we can. We'll do... We'll do that. Take no damage. Deal very little damage. But we can talk to the hand with this guy. We can do that. There we go. I think should be able to take both of these guys out on our next turn without taking any damage. So there's follow-up, strike, there. Excellent. That's kind of cool. So let's grab meditate. Let's upgrade all strikes and defends. That sounds like best option there. We're gonna read and it's gonna hurt us. First attack played each turn that costs 2 or more is played twice. Upon pickup, obtain a special curse. Awesome. A little spooky laugh there. I'm sitting in a dark room all by myself, and Not expecting to get spooked out by Slay the Spire, but here we are. Strike, follow up, strike, and smite. Alright, I think this might finish the... It didn't finish it at all. But stopped us from taking a bunch of damage, which is nice. I thought that was gonna pull some of these attacks out, but it didn't. Let's see what we can do here, though. Against the Chosen. Another flurry of blows would be quite helpful. Since whenever we change stances, it gets called into our hand, no matter if it's in our deck or our discard pile. We're still gonna obtain the special relic. We'll upgrade a card. Zero cost for that is nice. Let's see, Deus Ex Machina. Add 3 miracles to your hand. That's also nice. Hmm. 7 block when you're in calm is, I think, maybe the way we'll go. Yeah. Let's do that. See what elite we get. Book of Stabbing. Which immediately tells you right what it's about. Okay. Don't judge a book by its cover. I mean, can you judge a book by its title, though? I guess that's like part of the cover, but oh, that was silly. I should have played Sadistic Nature first, but I didn't think about it. Let's just do strike, flurry blows, meditate, and we'll pull Carve Reality out, so we can do some damage next turn. Alrighty, let's see. Carve Reality, follow up, smite, defend, halt. Shouldn't. We will take a little bit of damage actually. I thought we had our. We haven't played like water yet. But we won't take much. We'll only take 2. 10, 20, 30. Could deal double damage though. That's still not going to be enough, I don't think. So let's discard. Actually, I shouldn't have discarded these. Let's discard these and see what we come up with. That was kind of silly, but well, bummer. We're gonna take 17 damage. Be down to 21. Puts us in a bit of a tight spot. Except we got a campfire right after this, so let's strike, defend, meditate, pull up eruption here. Take 2 damage there, which again, I don't like the amount of damage that we're taking. Don't like it at all. We won't take any here. Well, I guess we'll take 2. So I forgot we didn't upgrade. Or no, we did upgrade it. We only did get 7 though. Alright. Might be in trouble here. Yikes. Hold out for that campfire indeed. With one hit point left. That's so lucky. We got very lucky there. Alright, starting each combat with all enemies having 1 vulnerable, which kind of just offsets our 1 weak. Consecrate is great. Perseverance is better, I think. Oh yeah. That was very tight. But we're gonna heal some of our foolishly lost HP back here. Get a cool looking dream catcher, and then immediately fight another elite. This might be a manageable fight. Oh, I was too quick on the draw there. Terrible. Alright, we'll do everything in our hand here. This hourglass is awesome. It doesn't do like a ton of damage obviously, but just that little bit that it does is so helpful. Alright, doing some good damage here. That'll help. Enter calm. But we'll do this first. Gain the additional block for it. And then 9 block there, and meditate to get eruption back in our hand. Alright, we'll survive, I think. I believe. Yay! Look at that. Two free upgrades. We'll take it. Reach Heaven, also awesome. Kind of a funny name for it, but I think we have to heal and say reading is for chumps. Reading is for chumps. Curious to see if it affects this card since it's in my hand. It doesn't. That's good to know. Although, got a hand like a foot here in terms of the costs. Sheesh. Alright. Talk to the hand for sure. Yeah, the confusion sucks. This is probably my least favorite enemy to fight, Koopa. In fact, it definitely is. Alright, take 3 damage. We can manage that. There we go. We'll do... Meditate gets us 7 block, which is good, but we don't want to do that to the end of our turn, so let's play through Violence, which plays twice. I forgot about that. That rocks. And we'll use Halt instead. And then next turn we should ideally be able to beat it. There. This time we will, I think, take Consecrate. We'll take the heal again, because I don't think we can hack it if we don't. We'll do this just so that we can apply Vulnerable again. Yeah, why not defend? Okay, let's see what we can do here. We'll carve Reality. We will Consecrate. defend, and meditate. You know what? Why not just do this? Wreath Flame, do some damage, and then meditate. And we'll bring back Carve Reality so that we can get... Oh, choose 2 cards. We upgraded it. We'll bring back Carve Reality and we'll bring back Wreath of Flame, I guess. What a nice surprise. Okay. Sadistic Nature for certain. Talk to the hand for certain. There. And I think we're just gonna skip that. We'll get in here. We'll rest a little more. We'll pick up another flurry of blows. And we'll fight the champ. And that'll probably be where we call it for tonight. We'll do vigilance. Oh, I should have done flurry of blows first. Oh well. Halt. And defend. Like water. Flurry of blows. We'll drain the dexterity potion. We're going to take a little bit of damage for doing this, but I think doing the damage is worth it. As long as we get back into calm relatively quickly. Oh. Might have made the wrong choice. Are we going to die next turn? We might. That'd be a way to end it, wouldn't it? Okay. We're not going to die on this turn, which is somewhat shocking, but won't hear me complain. We are doing some pretty solid damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough, quickly enough. He gave us some crazy debuffs there, and he's going to buff himself here. Rush down, we'll do that. Flurry of blows. Strike. Through violence. And then a defend. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be close, which is good. Makes it more interesting. Okay. Sadistic Nature. We might as well just play everything we've got. It's not going to be enough, unfortunately. But it was close, at least. I'll just play everything. See what happens. Yeah. That'll do it, but... a bit of a foolish mistake to go into the, what's it called, rage mode at that point, but kind of perfect timing. I think I'm going to call it here, but thanks for sticking with me. Hope it was interesting to watch at least. I'm a little bit behind on uploading the streams from this week to the YouTube channel, but um, first week back to work, so it's gonna take me a little bit to get back into the swing of things. But yeah, thanks for sticking around, and I'll see you guys next week.